Today on How It's Made. Directional drills. When work crews need to lay pipes or cables, they use a directional drill to bore a horizontal hole underground. It enters the ground at an angle, drills underneath the surface horizontally, then exits at an angle on the other end. A directional drill enters the ground at an 18-degree angle. Once it reaches the desired depth, it drills horizontally. The machine can attach several onboard drill rods for increased drilling distance. Most of the machine's parts are made of steel, cut to the required shape by a computer-guided laser. Workers use a press brake to bend certain parts. This is part of the drill's undercarriage, the frame on which everything else sits. After they bend this part, they weld it to other parts to build the engine mount. They weld the engine mount to the rest of the undercarriage. Once the undercarriage is complete, they clean the steel with a chemical to maximize the adhesion of the industrial-grade primer and paint. Once the paint dries, they install a rubber track on each side. Tires leave ruts in the ground, so tracks work better. The track loops around a rail and sprocket at the back. Workers mount the sprocket on a hydraulically powered motor. Then align the sprocket teeth with the track. When the motor runs, the sprocket rotates, driving the track. They apply thread locking fluid to the bolts that secure the sprocket to the motor. This ensures the sprocket won't loosen. Then they install a track tensioning spring and tighten it with a pneumatic wrench. Next, the steel hydraulic tank. It holds the hydraulic oil for the machine's 23 different hydraulic functions. Now, the water pump. It lubricates the drill rod with water to help it move through the ground. It also cleans the machine after each drilling job. They install the pivot mechanism that opens and closes the engine hood. Now that the hydraulic tank, water pump, and hood pivot are in place, they begin installing the machine's diesel engine. It's similar to a tractor engine. They connect its wiring to the operator console and several other components on the machine. The operator console consists of the driver's seat, dashboard LCD display, and joystick controls. Next, they join the rack containing all the drilling components to the undercarriage. They install two plastic tanks, white for water, black for fuel. Then the onboard computer that runs the engine and drilling components. They also install control valves for the hydraulic lines. They mount the rod box, which holds 40 drill rods, each measuring 2 inches in diameter by 10 feet in length. Larger models have longer and wider drill rods. They connect the ventilated plastic hood to the hood pivot they installed earlier. They close the hood over the engine. Then apply make and model number decals. This directional drilling machine is now fully built and ready for testing. As the rack tilts down at the front, hydraulically powered outrigger feet at the back descend, raising the machine into the drill position. Giant augers at the front keep the machine on the ground. The rack's gearbox is powered by a hydraulic motor. It rotates the drill rod while the carriage moves the rod through the ground. When the job's done, the carriage moves back, retracting the rod. With all its rods joined together, this small machine can drill almost 400 feet.